Welcome to Time Capsule, where we explore the meaning of life in the 21st century through the eyes of people just like you and me. I'm Joerenz.
I'm Joenrhuz.
And I'm Vanessa.
This week, we're doing something a little different.
Just a little.
So this week is our first episode of Talk Capsule, and instead of interviewing people, you're gonna start hearing from us for once, because I feel like we do our guests we don't let our guests tell their story a lot of time. That's the goal of this, but you don't really get to hear from us, and this is the perfect opportunity for that, I think.
Yeah, like I feel like you guys always hear us so scripted. Like, what are you grateful for? What principles do you live your life by? Like, shit, I'm here to finally just talk to you guys and just say what's ever on my mind.
So yeah, this gives you, our viewers, a little bit more of an insight about us as the host of Time Capsule. So let's give it a shot.
Yeah, let's take it away.
I mean, look, we started a podcast during quarantine. It's been crazy times this past year. I mean,
yes.
Where do we even start with the pandemic and all the turmoil happening around the world? So I think I'm so thankful that we're able to start this podcast, to be honest.
Okay, so let's go around. Like, why did we even start this podcast? I feel like we could be talking about anything, but we chose to talk about what we talk about in these videos for a reason. Not videos, podcasts, audio. We're on all formats.
So
you go first, Vanessa. You got the blue headphones. So, you go.
So what you guys don't know is that Joerenz, Joenrhuz, and I have all known each other since we go all the way back to, I believe, elementary school. Is that right?
Yes, we all went to a school called Most Precious Blood. No, it's not for vampires. It was a Catholic school. Everybody would tell me, you guys went to a vampire school. And I was like, no wonder Twilight was so popular here.
Yeah, but no joke, Vanessa. Like, the other Catholic schools in the neighborhood called us the vampire school.
I think I've heard about that.
But yes, carry on with your story of how we all know each other.
No, but regardless, my point is that how I started with the Time Capsule is that I'm a student in Queensborough Community College, and I'm a major in film studies. So I dabble in editing. So mostly, I am learning how to handle cameras and working with like how to edit videos or how to just handle and the technical structures of doing camera filming. So when Joerenz told me about Time Capsule, I offered my assistance to help with video editing, since I'm sure there was a little bit of a little empty spot that I can lend my services for. So once I hopped on, I actually started working little by little for thumbnails, which I have no experience for. Which, what I love about being a part of this podcast is that it gives me a little bit of a challenge of working outside the box, since I have never dabbled in thumbnails before.
Yeah,
so
it's like you said, you started off in video editing, and slowly you've just been like, not even like you've taken on more responsibilities, and then you even learned a bunch of brand new stuff, and now you even started hosting, which I think is incredible.
Well, you know what's even more crazy? Like, he initially reached out to you to be on the show as a guest,
right?
And then
that's right.
You made that into a business deal. You said, so you're a businesswoman, Vanessa. You said, hey, you know what? Actually, let me ask you if I could be on the show to help you guys edit.
But the thing is, because of COVID, I lost a little bit of not being able to get access back in my college because of COVID. But the goal for me was to keep my skills active during the pandemic and keep it going regardless. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to join the podcast. But also, eventually, like Joerenz Jr. said, I actually took on the role of a host as well. So it's been interesting overall seeing the progression of like the whole entire podcast, me challenging myself to work harder and also get my voice out there more. So it has been like overall joy interacting with all these people overall. And but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's so great to hear. And how great is that? And let's be real here. Can I just speak for all of us when I say none of us know anything about podcasting before this?
Definitely.
Okay, I mean,
I didn't know how to post on Spotify. I didn't know how to post on Apple Podcasts. I didn't even listen to many podcasts, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
it really pushes all of out of our comfort zone.
Okay,
exactly.
That's true. You know what? Prior to starting Time Capsule, I've never even listened to a podcast. I think that's really embarrassing. No, but it's kind of like
it's hard.
we're
I'd rather listen to
learning.
music.
We're
Like when I work
learning.
out, I listen to music. I don't want to hear someone talk. I'll go to school if I want that.
No, yeah, I've always been so bad with audiobooks. Like,
I did listen to one
stopped.
audiobook. I
stopped.
listened to the Naya Rivera audiobook about Glee and her time on Glee and her relationship with Leia Michelle. I listened to that. That's very juicy. So we're not endorsing it.
There's so much
but
gossip
it's
in
juicy.
that book. No, but yeah, but that was that was when Vanessa first signed on. That when I reached out to her to be a guest, and then it transformed into
So
a business
funny.
opportunity. That is crazy. It's hilarious. But we originally started off Time Capsule with one of our friends, Monica. Me and Monica were just like talking in our bedroom one day, and she was just like, "Man, you know what? I'm tired of this corporate fluff." And I'm like, "Me too. I can't do this anymore." And so we were just like, "Why don't we come up with something creative, something exciting, something to tell a story?" So we came up with a few things. First, we came up with a play that we wrote.
About pigeons.
No, the pigeons is a different thing.
Oh.
That was like based on a conspiracy theory. I need to look that up. I don't even know what this thing is about birds don't exist. Birds are spying on us. Birds are like evil. I don't know. We eat birds every day at KFC and whatever. So I don't know. Anyway, so started off as a play, started off as a movie, started off as a couple of different things, and eventually it turned into like, why don't we make a pod? No, it wasn't a pod. It was, first of all, it was a YouTube channel, and then we were like, why don't we just do a podcast? It's a little easier to film, and we could just do audio. I mean, we ended up recording through Zoom, but needless to say, that's how it kind of started. It was like, we need a creative outlet. And from there, it turned into, wait, nobody ever talks about the stories of other people. We're all cooped up in our own rooms, but all we ever talk about is COVID, politics, how much everyone hates each other, you red or blue. And so nobody really gets to see the common thread with everyone,
So it's been, sorry.
Well, go ahead. You're talking.
Go.
But it's been interesting overall to see everyone's own personal story throughout the whole journey so far. Where are we now? Like up to around the 30th episode about more.
Well, yeah, around like
at the time of filming this, we're
like 30-ish episodes.
I don't know when this is coming out. You guys
have way more episodes like down the line.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the questions that we even ask and just hearing the answers from it. I mean, we ask what would you put in a time capsule? Probably the most difficult question that we get, and just to hear what people are grateful for too. I feel like these are things you don't hear on the media, in the news. Everything is always COVID, politics,
So
and it's like, honestly, when I listen to that, it makes me just feel melted inside, and my brain just becomes so clouded. But you forget that there's so many stories out there that people want to share.
Right.
And it's interesting to see the fact that how everyone else is adapting to the pandemic as well. So
yeah, like we've met a lot of actors, especially like it's hard because the entertainment industry is probably one of those that hit the hardest. You can't be a movie set. Forget theater. Forget movie theaters. It's about streaming now. To be honest, I probably wouldn't go back to a movie theater. Just probably gonna stream stuff on my TV.
You should still go to movie theater.
Well, like so far as I've been seeing, mostly it's like mostly Netflix and chill. Like
you're not gonna go back to a movie theater, Vanessa.
I don't think so. I have enough.
Why?
See,
I mean, I want popcorn. I want my popcorn.
You can make it at home. So
I want my buttered popcorn with the big buckets and the extra refills.
No,
but I still
organic popcorn.
I still remember going back as like teens to the movie theaters and play the arcade games.
Oh, the arcade games. The motorcycle, the basketball. Right?
It was a basketball, and I think I would like
that never works because they want to steal your money.
Oh my god, that's how they get you. They get you with those crane machines. No. Except the one with the rubber ducks. The rubber duck, you always win at least one.
But who the hell want ducks though? Like, what hell you going to do with the duck? Like, what do you do with the rubber ducky? Like,
we're Ernie from Sesame Street. Rubber ducky.
And that's actually funny that you say that because our movie theater is a block away from where they film Sesame Street.
Oh, that's true.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually now you guys kind of know where we live, but.
But yeah, I mean, like, it's been crazy hearing all these different stories and like how everything has changed so much, and like
it's ridiculous.
Crazy.
And like, just imagine graduating during a pandemic and there's zero jobs. Like, the job market already sucks, and then plus the pandemic, it sucks even more. So like, that's why we had to create this podcast. We're all making an opportunity for ourselves, and for me, whether this goes big or goes little, it's something that we can all be proud of, and we're getting people's stories out there. So I'm just happy to be starting this with the three of us.
I agree with that.
We talk a lot about other people's stories. I feel like one day we gotta interview each other. Maybe we could do it on one of these episodes. Like just like go through the list. Let me tell you, some of them have turned the questions on me. I can't remember their names or the interviews, but it's happened several times. I don't know what to answer. Like when the question gets turned on me, what would you put in a time
I don't
capsule?
know.
I don't know what I
And
would
it's so
put.
funny because we put so much pressure on people to answer. We're like, huh,
Right.
huh. What do you put in? Huh?
I have to be honest with you. Like in a future episode that may premiere in a not may but will premiere in a few months or so, this person actually turned one of the questions on me. I mean, he asked me a different question, not something that I would
Oh,
ask, but
okay. I think I know who it is.
yeah.
Isn't it fun when they start asking us the questions?
I mean, yeah,
I
it
love
was.
that.
It's very different, and it was interesting to be in that in
Like
that position.
perspective.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, it's kind of like when you start teaching something to the teacher and they're the ones asking you questions. It's like Uno reverse card.
So if you guys, the viewers, would like to see that segment of us asking like each other questions, let us know, definitely.
Let us know anything that you think. If you guys want us to film an episode in Cambodia, let us know too. Come travel over
Honestly,
there.
if you guys want us to do an episode while we're like, skydiving, I'm afraid of heights.
Oh gosh.
I will do it.
That's stupid.
Well,
Maybe you and Vanessa can go. I'll like film.
No, I will pee myself. I gotta wear a diaper if I do that. Not even joking. I will. Maybe we can get a sponsor who does adult diapers. I would need it if we went skydiving. I'm not even joking.
Oh my god.
I'm scared of heights.
Would you
I can't deny.
What if we just like push you out the airplane?
Oh gosh.
No,
with no parachute. I'll go and grab you. We should interview someone who skydives. Maybe
we could interview a skydiver while skydiving. I think that'd be cool.
Oops.
No, I mean, we were physics majors. Like, how long do you even have in the sky before you fall down? You'd probably fall faster than me.
No. Remember when there was that experiment? If like two objects fall, they fall up the same. They hit it at the.
No,
isn't it? They have the same.
They're under the same gravity, but because of your mass and your weight and your height, all that comes into.
Oh my! Was that an NPB? I kind of remember that.
There was an experiment they did when we were in elementary school, but they went deeper into it when we were like physics majors, and they were talking about acceleration.
I don't remember anything.
It's really sad. I wanted to invite someone on the show who was like a physics person, but I was thinking in my head, do I want to? I'm a physics major, and they're probably gonna know that I don't know any physics anymore.
I mean, we had Chris Valdez, but I don't think we
wasn't
talked
there
a lot
for
of
that
physics. He's a very smart guy, medical physicist.
He's super smart, yeah.
But is there any particular guest that actually was some of your favorite moments?
Oh, some of my favorite moments. Yes. Her name is. Hold on, I'm trying to remember her name. Bonita? No. Suzanne. It wasn't Bonita. That was the book she was promoting. Suzanne. I loved Suzanne and her energy. There's that moment where she gives like that poem. One of these days I'm just gonna throw it up on TikTok or Instagram. I think it was amazing.
I think it deserves its own video.
Oh my god, she had so much energy. She gives such great poetry. And I was kind of sad because when I looked up other interviews with Suzanne, I didn't like see that that same kind of poetry. I want to see more of her poetry.
She's so it's animated, her. Like I feel like if someone else said that poem, it wouldn't be as entertaining.
Yeah.
But like, what was the line from it? Wait, a dogma breaker,
a mover and shaker. Yeah. Some mornings when I feel low, I listen to it and I feel energized. Let me tell
Suzanne. She's so
I loved it.
Unfortunately, since I wasn't there for her interview, but I do have the honor of seeing her video on YouTube, and I loved her energy.
Yeah,
I know.
It's amazing.
And there was a part in the video where you guys started meditating that we had to take out, unfortunately.
No, because it was getting too long. But like we were meditating, dude. No. It wasn't. Wasn't it something else? The hue. It's about the hue. I gotta look into that again. There's like several different spiritual sounds that travel the frequencies of the world.
I mean, Vanessa, what was one of your favorite moments?
For me, I have a couple, but I guess I there's one particular moment that started all for me, which was Vanderberg. That was my first. Yeah. So a little bit about that. It was Vanderberg was my former homeroom teacher back in St. John's Prep. So another fun fact is that all of us again went to same high school.
We're like the Avengers. So many Easter eggs.
So I was in Vanderberg's class as a student, and then I was in his creative writing class in junior senior year, I believe, and he kind of got me started in being involved in film, kind of, because he gave us opportunity to do whatever, like kind of like a freebie a little bit. So with that freebie, excuse me, um, my the people in my group, we were assigned groups, and we were able to do anything that we want creative wise. So we did like a little video, and that started me off being in like the creative department. And plus, I used to act too, so we all did.
You know, that's another crazy parallel. Not just like the fact that we were all like doing theater in high school. We also all did like a bunch of like video recording and stuff like that, because you were doing that for freebies at that time. We were working on the Red Storm News.
Yeah,
It was like the news
video
network
in our
thingy
school.
in our school.
We were running like a little CNN Fox
Right?
News thing in our school.
So yeah, like, and I believe at one point for senior year, I was also responsible for the yearbook, and that's kind of artish too. So I guess.
Right. So
Oh my god, I was in yearbook
and
too.
I mean, in yearbook, it's kind of like making thumbnails, because you're just putting pictures together, right? We also
Yeah.
had to put little bubbles. I remember designing pages for yearbook.
Yeah, that was fun, especially for
So
senior
maybe
year.
this podcast is meant to be like.
No,
I
it's
was,
like stuff
yeah.
was happening over time, and everything kind of just.
I hope we
merged,
look
you
back
know?
at this video
Ooh.
like 1 year later and we're like, holy crap, we're at 1 million subscribers now.
Jeez, I wish. But
I mean, we're getting close to 100,
We're
so
at
that's
64. Oh my
But
god.
I'm really proud that we even have 60.
We
You
even
know
have
what?
one.
I'm just happy there's even one person listening.
I agree. But to continue with is that he says something about encouraging his students to like, not be afraid to criticize their own work, like give them a voice to like overall speak their own platform, their own voices. So I think it was interesting to see and hear that part of Vanderberg, because when I met him previously, he was never that open. So it was interesting to see another specific side of him as well. Especially since he was my first one of my teachers as well. So
No, yeah, that's true. That interview, we really got to see a different side of it.
Yeah,
'cause
like I swear to God, like as a dean, like he's like very like very like straight face, no emotion, get to your homeroom kind of guy.
I was honestly scared of him. So going into that interview, I was scared. And then when he was laughing
Like-
and stuff, I was like, oh my God.
Like note
what's
to
going
everyone out there, your
on?
teachers live different lives outside of the
Yes.
classroom. They have different personalities outside of the classroom.
but yes, since Vanderberg was my first official hosting episode, that actually plays a part as something most memorable for me, as it was my first video with the podcast here. So
That's so great.
What about you? What's your favorite moment?
My favorite moment, and I always say, like even on the other podcast interviews
Oh,
that
I know
I've been
who's
on,
gonna
is
be.
Anthony Palomba, and it's that one answer that he said. He was also my professor in college, but he had that one answer when we asked,
I
"What are
should have
you
picked a
grateful
professor.
for?"
You guys are
I
professors.
mean, we were chill. We was close. I don't know if you were close with any, but I asked him like, "What are you grateful for?" And he said, "I'm grateful for the people who gave me a chance."
I
And
cried
like for
during that
me, it's
interview.
like you don't hear anyone ever say that. And I think I'm gonna copy that answer too, to be honest, when someone asks me that, because it's so true. People always take a chance on us. When you make friends with someone, they're taking a chance on you.
They do,
When somebody wants to work with you, when you get a job, they're taking a chance on you. Your parents took a chance making you, like, or raising you for that matter, you know? So I think that there's just so much to be grateful for in this world. And just to hear that answer, something so different, and like I have that engraved in the back of my mind.
Yeah, that's one of those that really stuck with me. Like that was, and then it's like he said, "What would you put in a time capsule?" And then he was like letters from my students,
Yeah.
like telling
Oh, I
him
love
they were
that.
thanking him for like
a good
being his
answer.
teacher.
Yeah, it's like we
I
are where
was
we
like-
are because of you.
I was like, dang, where were you when I was in elementary school?
Oh gosh.
Because in that vampire school, like we had
could have a whole
some
episode.
nasty
You know what?
ass teachers.
We need
Let
an
me tell you.
episode of that, Vanessa. We can talk about
Yeah.
all of our nasty experiences.
Oh,
of the
God.
teachers. I
That
swear to
drama.
God,
Woo.
everyone, like our teachers are like demons.
Like they're
So ironic for a
Mm.
Catholic school. Some of them were nice. I'll put it
no,
out.
they
That's
were
true.
some of them were real angels and saints, but most of them
Like-
demons,
Like,
absolute
is that like
demons.
a thing teachers do? They just make students cry.
I will
It's
admit
like Matilda.
during MPB there were some struggles that I don't want to mention just yet. But there were some teachers there that actually helped me through everything. So which eventually, which we will talk about in a future episode, hopefully. But overall, there were some good moments, some bad moments, but overall,
Right. They shape us who we are today, whether they're bad or good moments. But it's still traumatizing for a child to go through some of those teachers. And her name starts with a K. And I think you know who I'm talking about.
That's just one of them. Like if she's listening out there today, it's like you really made a bad impact on a lot of kids' lives.
Like not
you
just
really
our
did.
lives, but like
how you gonna slap somebody on the back of the head? That's child abuse. That's
she's
number
still
one.
hold
how
people's
dare you?
ears. This is child abuse. Like teachers should not be putting their hands on the students.
And I mean, come on, like this is New York. A corporal punishment.
And then this teacher is like, she
here.
called someone's work garbage. Like, who speaks like that?
I don't know. But then that's why I'm thankful we met teachers like Dr. Palomba and Mr. Vanderberg, because like
good teachers, like who care for their students and like they teach with a passion. So
we need more teachers like that. You know, teachers in America, they really need to get paid more. They don't they deal with a lot. They're raising the future future peoples of society of peoples. Look, like I can't even talk. Future people in society, and we treat them like garbage. We keep them like trash, you know.
But there was also another good moment when I interviewed Selena Alvarez. She's also a fellow dancer and also a fellow she's a self-taught filmmaker, excuse me. And what she said something about remembering your roots. So, and as someone that can relate as being a fellow like Puerto Rican, like as she is, so it was interesting to see that perspective and hearing that from someone else. So overall, your nationality is a part of you, regardless.
Huge one. Your identity, your nationality, your culture, it makes you who you are today, and some of the things that you do today are because of that. So we should never forget where you come from. Anyone, you know how many people come into this country and they forget about their roots?
Right.
It's so sad. I think they should always at least acknowledge it. You don't have to, if you don't like it, then that's you, but like at least acknowledge where you come from.
That's definitely true.
You know.
But we also have amazing news as well. Someone that I also interviewed, Sydney Park.
All right, congratulations to Sydney.
Oh my God,
Miss New York.
Sydney, so Sydney, who I interviewed previously, who was the former Miss Five Boroughs, actually competed this past Sunday and actually won her title. She won Miss New York, and she'll be going to Miss America.
Oh, wait, we got to give everyone a frame of reference. Like this is getting released like 2 weeks ahead. So it was like Sunday 2 weeks back.
I think they'll get the point. Just look at her past favor, Sydney Park, a beautiful woman, a very intelligent lady, and overall a great person.
She has a lot going for her, and she's going to do very, very well.
Amazing. Like I'm so happy for her, like competing on a big stage. She's going to be on TV. Like she has an amazing talent. I don't want to spoil her to people out there, but like she has an amazing talent, something so unique and different. And I think she's really going to rock it there at the Miss America pageant. I would not be surprised if she wins. I'll start betting on it.
I will not be surprised.
Her talent was fire. Because since I competed alongside Sydney during a past local pageant, I seen a lot overall, and just looking at her like capabilities as well, it was very impressive and very, very, very inspiring. So seeing that, I definitely think she's gonna go far.
Definitely.
So happy about that, and we wish her all the best. Hopefully, when we make another Talk Capsule in the future, we're congratulating her for winning.
Definitely.
No pressure, Sydney. If you listen to this, no pressure.
But overall, there is also one thing that she says is that, and I can relate, is that she says, even though you don't need a title or a sash to make a difference, and that is something really, really true. So we all go through something. Like we all go through difficulties.
Yes.
And with like the perfect amount of support, the perfect amount of like whoever you're with, you can go far.
Definitely. And I think that applies to men also who, I mean, there are male pageants, but like men and women can relate to that quote evenly. And I think that you don't need the glitz and the glamours and all the money and power to make a difference. You could honestly make a difference just holding the door for someone or saying hi or smiling to someone. Like I was playing tennis in the park this morning and I smiled at a little kid who gave me back my tennis ball. So you know, just doing small things like that. For all you know, I impacted her to play tennis in the future. I don't know.
No, it's so true.
But you never know who you're going to influence.
Because sometimes, like, I remember I was having a really bad day, like one day in college, like everything that could have gone wrong absolutely went wrong. Somebody held the door door open for me. I was walking somewhere and just smiled at me. That made the difference in my day. Just something as small as that can really make a difference.
It's true. So always be nice, or else we're gonna come after you. And we'll force you to be nice. I don't know how, but we will. But this has been great for a talk capsule. I didn't really know what to expect coming into it, and I'm so happy we were able to talk more and not ask the 6 questions.
No, I mean like 30 episodes of us like not really. You know what?
What are you grateful for?
I feel like I'm gonna start scooching off of the interview format a little.
Welcome
I
to
like
the
talking.
Time Capsule show.
You know,
It's definitely a big turnaround since we're also used to speaking with a guest in front of us.
yeah.
So yeah, it's been so different, so fun, and I'm looking forward to the next talk capsule.
Yes. Should we have a different theme song for this?
Talk capsule show. I don't know.
Talk
Maybe
capsule,
everyone
talk
talks
capsule,
by the
talk
neon
capsule.
trees.
Neon trees.
Is that even their song? Everyone talks.
Wait, can we use that?
I don't know. Ask them. I don't know. Let me just hit up their manager and I'll ask them. Like, well, shit. Like, you think I know? If I
Wait, speaking of bands, you know which band I met once?
Rubber Band.
No, I met All American Authors because I used to work at a recording studio. That's a story for another
he
time.
met Cardi too, so that's a story too.
Wow.
Well, indirectly met Cardi.
No, I talked to her on an intercom.
Well,
oh my god.
I think that we have so many stories to tell. Like, we have stories too that we want to tell. So you know what? Let's do this talk capsule more often.
Like this.
This was fun.
And, like, it's been so fun. So how should we end this? Like, we didn't talk about an ending. Vanessa, like, figure out something.
Oh my god. I only like you know what? Let's just
signing out.
Signing out.
Capsule.
You know what? We're gonna come up with an ending. We're not gonna our normal show is like scripted. If we can't come up with an ending today, I'm sure we'll have an ending next time.
Yeah, just follow us on Instagram, TC21, subscribe on YouTube, look at our website, email us, say hi.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, we all that like to listen.
If you type Time Capsule Show, I think we're number 3 on Google.
We are finally up on the SEO.
There's this other like Time Capsule. I don't know what the heck they are.
You know what?
We's the major
Maybe
one.
we should talk to him one day. That guy that does the My Time Capsule Show podcast. I like his British accent.
I like accents.
Future goals.
What else do you have to talk about? I thought we're ending it soon.
No, yeah, we're trying to come up with an outro.
Bye.
Well, bye everyone. We'll come up with something next time.